I'm going to come.
Do not come.
Should I do it?
Do not come.
I'm going to do it.
So many of you have been asking me about the debate, and I'll tell you, I'm ready to debate Donald Trump.
I want to do a debate, but I also can say this. Everybody knows who I am, and now people know who she is. She's a radical left lunatic.
Well, Donald, I do hope you'll reconsider to meet me on the debate stage. Because as the saying goes, if you've got something to say, say it to my face.
After Joe Biden shit the bed and was forced out as the Democrat candidate, Donald Trump agreed to debate VP Harris, but not on ABC News, with the ridiculous stipulations that were put in place to protect the pudding-brain president. Trump also explained that he currently has a defamation lawsuit against ABC and George Stephanopoulos, and it would be a conflict of interest to return to that network, especially after he agreed to their terms on the last one and emerged victorious. True to form, Harris and the Democrats spun this with their gift of propaganda to claim that Trump was scared and backed out of the debate. Apparently, Mrs. Harris is not about that life, as she claims.
Democrats tend to be all about semantics and analyze every single word of President Trump. I want to encourage Democrats to look closely at the headline of this article, in which it states, ABC News announces 2024 election presidential debate between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump Tuesday, Sept. 10, on ABC. The announcement specifically says Joe Biden, not any random Democrat nominee that steps in for Sleepy Joe once he dropped out of the race, which all of us logical people knew that he would.
Donald Trump is taking on George Stephanopoulos. The former president has filed a defamation lawsuit against the ABC host because of this explosive interview with South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace on his Sunday morning show.
You're shaming me for my political choices.
I'm asking you a question about why you endorse someone who's been found liable for rape.
Mace, who was raped when she was 16, pushed back when Stephanopoulos insisted that Trump had been found liable for rape in the E. Jean Carroll civil case.
This was a civil judgment over sexual abuse, not rape, by the way.
Trump was watching, and now he's suing Stephanopoulos. In a complaint filed Monday, his attorney wrote, the jury expressly found that Trump did not commit rape. Stephanopoulos falsely stated otherwise.
In regards to President Trump's defamation case against ABC and George Stephanopoulos, this case wasn't filed until March 18, 2024, which was after the ABC debate with Sleepy Joe was announced. After Crooked Joe was pushed out of the race by the Democrat Party, President Trump obviously saw this as the debate being canceled by ABC since it was specifically scheduled for him and Joe Biden.
And so Donald Trump sued not only ABC News, but also George Stephanopoulos. The reason this is kind of a big deal, hey, maybe we can actually see the judge's statement there. You can see that it's moving forward. It's moving forward no matter what. There you go. If you read the screen, it says ordered and adjudged that defendants, American Broadcasting Company, ABC News, and George Stephanopoulos' motion to dismiss, denied. Judge out of Miami, Florida. What do you know? Well, they were supposed to have this debate, you see, and he was going into some kind of hostile territory, which you might say, maybe that's not the smartest thing to do. Well, now, not only is he supposed to be going into hostile territory, he's going in with a whole new candidate, a candidate that, frankly, the American Democrat Party didn't actually really even pick.
The fact that there hasn't been one single American that has voted for Kamala Harris to be the Democrat nominee is absolutely telling of how strongly the Democrats believe in democracy. The Democrats literally had a coup by pushing Joe Biden out of the presidential race when he said numerous times that he was going to be staying in the race. Just like this decision is completely out of the normal in a presidential primary, President Trump's campaign team has every right for whatever reason they choose to reevaluate their debate date and location strategy once the Democrat Party swapped their candidates.
Well, I mean, Trump says the Democrats changed the conditions because, of course, they brought a new candidate. He did agree to ABC. Now he's saying totally different race. I want Fox and I want an audience here. Is he going to win that argument?
I think he is. I mean, look, to be fair, it was a completely different candidate. 17 million people voted in primaries for Joe Biden and selected him, and then 2,500 people went online a couple days ago and said, no, we have a new candidate. That agreement... I mean,
she was a vice president, though, so... Yeah.
Understood. If President Biden wants to keep that first debate, I think that's fine. I think it's completely acceptable and, frankly, deserved for that to be a new conversation. Number one, it's important to remember we had a Biden campaign and a Trump campaign, and for the first time in American history, we had a presidential campaign go blue screen of death, literally completely brick and melt down, and the party on a dime has said, we're going to anoint somebody new. It is absolutely critical.
I'm asking specifically about the conditions.
I understand.
They're different. It's a different network that is much more Trump-friendly.
It's a different campaign. It's a completely different dynamic that, therefore, let's have a conversation about how to debate.
So
the American people deserve, frankly, to be introduced to her. I know how those previous debates have been. I remember watching Tulsi Gabbard do her magic in the debate the last time that Vice President Harris ran. And I also know how the last debate went for President Trump and Joe Biden. I do not believe in any way this is a lack of interest in being on a debate stage with her, but
Crooked Joe and Camel Face Harris are two completely different candidates, which require two completely different campaign strategies. The Democrat Party changed the rules when they pushed aside Joe Biden and inserted a brand new candidate, all for the sake of improving their chances to win, due to Sleepy Joe failing so horribly at his last debate. Libtards are ridiculous when they say that President Trump is scared to debate Kamala. Do they not remember when he got shot in the head and got back up while raising his fist? Or when he was the first sitting president to step foot in North Korea, and keep in mind, he did this without any Secret Service protection. So give me a break when anyone says that President Trump is scared to debate Kamala.